Hey everyone, Sunrise Guy here. Today I'm going to be watching the 10th episode of the second season of Shinigami Bocchan to Kuro Maid. So let's jump on in. I think we left off on a bit of a couple characters coming out of nowhere, a bit of note, right? Because the circus child was kind of having some issues and then just kind of swoop in and everything got wet and taken care of. It was a bit of an odd scene, but maybe we'll learn a little bit more about that. But either way, let's jump on in and see what's up. 3, 2, 1, play. As always, I say as always, same as last time. I'm gonna mute the audio here on my end. Drink some water. Rubber ducky. That is our first line of the episode. I mean, they're both good. It's not about women, it's about men and our opinions, which is fine to discuss. Seems like a butt man. Fair enough. I'm glad we start off with such a culture discussion right off the bat. I'm pretty sure last episode we started off talking about like cups, cup size. I want to say it was like G or whatever. So it's a natural follow up to that. I mean, considering the man is such a Opie fan, it's pretty lucky for him that he does have a childhood friend that's such a large size. Really lucked out for him. And good for Viola, she has a nice smile. So. Of course, Alice has a nice everything, let's be honest. Thighs, smile, chest, just eyes, hair. The Duke, Alice, and the Flying Broom. Oh, what are you reading there, boy? That's quite loose. What are you doing, Alice? I mean, I assume she's flying on a broom. Yeah, she knows you're about to just dirty that book. Yeah, the broom. But yeah, she looks great as a witch, I must say. Oh yeah, the one that fixed and broke her roof. Oh, I'm watching. Like magic. Yeah, he wishes his broom could be in that spot. And up we go. That'd be more painful for a guy. I knew. I knew he was gonna comment on it. A broom for two. Hi, Noni. No flying in the hallways. Yeah, that scene. Yeah, all you gotta do is ask. KO. Are they moving in? Okay. Feel free. Right. So we are getting a bit of a follow up to that. No, no, not at all. Yeah. I would say so. The man's not deterred. Dayone, how do you say? What? I was just thinking she deserves a head pat. As always, Zion is on point. I mean, I want to see more of these two interacting, so I will gladly take this. Oh wow, it's so white. It's a great maid outfit. Burn the house to the. I was joking. Oh. Yeah, Cough has never been the most subtle one. But so much for hiding from them. Hopefully. If she's asleep, she can't say no, right? Oh, that was a kid's voice. Up. Oh, yeah. What are you? I have several questions. Is there water on the floor? Oh yeah. I guess they are a water fighter or something. What are we trying to do? That would explain why he's a bat right now. There's something. Throw in the shade. Oh, well, that was rude. Alice, you might want to get out of here. Is there that much of a difference? Majutsushi, like, could have fooled me. He just static, stoic. I'm sure she smells wonderful. You shut your mouth. Really? Her name is One. What's his name? Nee. I was close. Nico isn't like a smile. Nico, Nico, Nee. Do we have to? Did he even touch you all the way? Didn't look like it. I mean, I could tell they weren't just here to, kill them, because, I mean, they wouldn't, they would have done it already. What's your curse? Okay. Oh, really? That is a lot to believe. Get your ugly old woman face away from me. Oh, great, story time. Immortality curse sounds a lot better than what Bocchan got. Like a raid battle, a raid boss. She really was on a whole nother level. I would love to see that fight like in like fully animated, fully everything. Because that seemed really epic from the description of it. Like dozens of wizards going after this insanely powerful witch, wearing her down. Right. I mean, that's what I figured. Kill her again. Right. Seems kind of like a dangerous idea. Because this could be some butterfly effect kind of stuff. Probably. We're getting a design training arc. An academy arc. But he can't. Okay. God damn it. Of course, that's how he gets him. But there's clearly some. I was thinking about that too. Clearly, some arrogance that witches have towards wizards, like magic using humans. Interesting. Not sure it's warranted, but. Naritai. And there's her introduction, her uh, recruitment. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, he walks into that. Couple white girls on the floor, one wearing a maid outfit. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That. That's your opinion, and it's wrong. Garu Joshi. He was misled. I wouldn't call it lied. You totally were. They're probably not all that age. Flea. Is this Flea? Nico Nissan. Nico Nissan. Like, it's not intentional, but that's funny. Nico Nissan. I'm not even surprised anymore. Just. It feels like I'm watching the first like Harry Potter movie or something. Like a kid just living his normal life and suddenly just talk about a magic school and wizardry and going to it. That's not safe, man. Just kind of a bitch too. We can just talk it out. He's such a shonen and anime protagonist. That'd be great. She dies of the curse that she gave him. Now that would be poetic. I mean, it probably wouldn't, but we could try. The real pain. Holding on to that wheel for dear life. Oh, you sweet summer child, you. uh, well, it's nice that I didn't let him just die. I know she's an evil witch that's caused so much suffering and death, but, like, can't just kill her. He's such a wuss. Well, yeah, I suppose so. He just hasn't given up hope. Does that does that cheer up girls? I mean, I suppose it's worth a try. It'd be a win-win if it does cheer them up, so might be worth looking into. Do you feel better yet? It's like, thank you, I feel much better. I appreciate you cheering me up. So I think it probably works that way. Off to Hogwarts we go. I had thought about playing the game Hogwarts Legacy, I think it's called. Because I did watch, like, most of the Harry Potter movies. I actually watched the first Harry Potter movie back when it came out in theaters, like, for the first time. Because I was kind of like the perfect age to kind of grow up with the movies, you know? But I would play the game Hogwarts Legacy, but I think it has a de novo, however it's pronounced, DRM. And on principle, I don't support games that have that. So there's a little bit left. I mean, I didn't particularly like them, but I guess they're not evil. Oh? What are you gonna do? Run away. Oh wow, it is big. He wasn't kidding. I know. I know, Alice. I know you well enough. We probably should. Because the thing is, he might not be able to touch, but he can look, so we really should utilize that. That's a natural feeling. No, that was canceled. Sadly. Everyone just went home. Poor Rob. Poor Rob. He got robbed. Okay, I mean that title there kind of heavily implies we are gonna do some Wizard Academy stuff next episode. Okay. Okay. Well, that was the 10th episode of the second season of Shinigami Bocchan to Kuro Maid. This was certainly an interesting episode, right? Because we had our two new characters, and I pretty much had like no idea what they wanted, like what their purpose in the show would be when they were introduced in the last episode. I just knew it would be something, you know, not much of a deduction, but something. And it turns out they hate Sada, want Sada dead, want this curse removed, and they kind of want to utilize the power of Zion's time magic and possibly, you know, uh, Bochan's death magic, and I know it was talked about a little bit to yeah, kill her before she curses him. I guess that was the idea. But Zion could use a bit more training because he has the kind of an anime trope where he has really powerful ability, but he can't draw out his full potential. But because of its sheer power, he doesn't need to, so it's almost become a bit of a handicap, right? Some anime characters are like that, where they have a lot of power, not a lot of control over it, but it doesn't matter because it's so powerful it overwhelms people that do have a lot of control over their power because their power is less, has a much smaller cap, if that sentence made sense at all. So yeah, if he could train it up, he could be a real force to be reckoned with for sure. And I'm sure Cup could also get some pretty good improvements with her magic. We'd love to see her just do fancy fire stuff. That'd be cool. But yeah, we pretty much got the full story with them and got to hear about just how much of a badass Sada is. Like dozens of these magic using humans fight her, and she just 1v dozens of them. I don't know. I don't remember the exact number he said that was going after her. Like I think 50 wizards was mentioned at some point, but I think they may have been talking about people that got killed. I don't know. The numbers. I'm fuzzy on all the numbers, but the point is we had a raid battle that they won with great casualties. I guess, but I don't know. I was a little bit doubtful whether or not she was actually dead or not, or just in hiding, especially because we have a little bit of precedent with that, with Alice's mother not being dead but sleeping somewhere. So it's kind of possible Sade might be hibernating somewhere until she recoups her strength. That was something that was kind of on my idea, in my mind. But since they are talking about this plan, I made me doubt that a little bit more because it's possibly setting up a way that we could meet her again. So because of that, yeah, I'm doubting that theory a little bit more. But some serious Harry Potter vibes here. Like for those of you that have seen some of the Harry Potter movies, Harry Potter 1, big wizard Hagrid shows up to the titular character Harry Potter, giving him a letter saying Hogwarts Magic School, come there and learn. In episode 2, movie 2, some of his friends come by with a flying car to like break him out of his house because his parents were like locking him up. Well, the people taking care of him were locking him up. So they like go to the window in their flying car and he hops in. Very similar to the whole flying carriage thing we had here. So I am assuming there's a little bit of Harry Potter influence there. But yeah, Bocchan hanging on that wheel. Uh, but yeah, like it always annoys me a little bit whenever anime characters like that. Like I know this character's horrible and evil, has done horrible evil things, but I can't just kill them. That's wrong, right? Like because whenever I hear anime characters say that, I think of another anime characters in my head that just like mow down a bunch of goons that are in their way to, in a battle. Like it's no big deal. So just it's always a little bit cringy. Like I mean, I get it. Like some anime do like to try to have kind of a idealistic view on things, like the kind of person you should aim to be, right? Like some anime are kind of like that, and Bocchan, that's just the person he is, but I just don't like it. I can accept it, but I don't like it. And yeah, like I guess we're just like really going to the school. That is so weird. It's almost like Mushoku Tensei, where it was not a Magic Academy show at first, but at some point, it just you know after a season or so, they're just like, hey, there's a Magic Academy. I guess we'll go check it out for a bit. Like it's a very similar thing here, because obviously there's a lot of shows out there where that's the main focus. Like you start at a Magic Academy. Like there's a lot of anime like that that you start out as Magic Academy. Usually the protagonists will be weird in some way, like they'll be really overpowered, or they'll be really weak but have some gimmicky ability that makes them pretty well known. Like I actually really haven't been watching much Magic Academy anime, really, I don't think. Probably because at some point I kind of made a shift reaction wise into focusing more on slice of life comedy kind of shows because I feel like I'm better at reacting to that than as opposed to watching these really heavily story driven action battle sort of shows. Like I'm not really that kind of a hype man that just like can really give a very visual excited reaction to like characters fighting and stuff like that. Like I can't really do that. So I kind of stopped trying to, if that makes sense. Unless somebody like Patreon sponsors that reaction, then I'll of course do it, like with Soul Eater and whatnot. But in general, I don't really feel like I can do that justice, so I don't usually like voluntarily react to those kind of shows, if that makes sense. But so yeah, sometimes it falls through the cracks. but yeah, I think that's about all I really had to say on the episode. Hopefully we can see the school. Hopefully it does have the cute girls and Zion's not just being misled again and there's a bunch of 50-year-old that plus elderly witch women that just look like stereotypical evil witches, Like hopefully there's some cute girls there for Zion's sake, really. So we'll see. We will see. But yeah, one of the interesting things introducing this episode was the idea that there's not just witches as far as magic users go, but humans with magic. Like I don't know what the difference is. Like I assumed witches were humans with magic, but I guess they're drawing a line in the sand here between the two of them with some like friction between the two groups, right? Maybe I should go back to an earlier episode where witches are first talked about in the show, see if I can gauge the difference there. But clearly there's a cultural difference, if nothing else. But we'll see. Especially because they seem to be okay with like bringing witches into the school. So I don't know. Is there really that much of a difference, or is it being kind of overblown? I don't know. I guess we'll see. But anyway, that was the episode. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.